Hey everyone, welcome to the 5 days to healthy knees challenge. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me. As over the next 5 days, we're going to cover a lot of great topics, help you better understand your knee pain, as well as how to address it. So my name's John Schaefer. I'm a physical therapist, strength and conditioning coach. I'm board certified in orthopedics, and I do a lot of work primarily with individuals who are struggling with knee pain, both online and then in person as well. But really, the purpose of this challenge is just to help you better understand your knee pain as well as how to treat it. So I see so many people daily and weekly who are struggling with knee pain and they don't necessarily know what options they have. We've been conditioned to think, more medications, more rest. If that doesn't work, maybe injections, all leading up to a surgery you may not really want to have. So each day of the challenge, we'll have a video with some education regarding your knees and different topics surrounding your knees, as well as some different exercises focusing on mobility and strength, which you'll see in your email if you signed up for the challenge. If you're watching this challenge in retrospect, I will include the exercises for the day in the video, and then you can just search on my YouTube channel. But this challenge should be a great starting point for you to take control of your knee health and get things moving in the right direction. It doesn't matter where you're at right now. By the end of this challenge, you're going to see some positive improvement, whether that's in knowledge of how to approach your knee pain, or actual reduction in your knee pain because you're executing on some of the exercises and things that we're talking about. If you have questions throughout the challenge, just feel free to comment on the video, um, or the day that you have questions on. Otherwise, you can always reach out to me via email, or you can reach out to me via DM on Instagram. If you don't already follow me, it's johnschaefer.dpt, um, for all of that. But I want to do everything that I can to make sure that this week is meaningful for you, that you are taking, a lot away from it. I don't want to waste your time. So these videos are going to be compact and have a lot of information as well. So let's kick things off today. We're going to start by talking about the three keys to healthy knees. These are three things that are absolutely essential for the health of your knees. If you're lacking in any of these areas, you can start to assess and recognize these are things you need to improve on if you do want to have healthy knees. So we'll go through each here. The first key to healthy knees is quad strength. So the quad is this big muscle on the front of your thigh. And I often talk about this as the insurance policy for the knee. If it's very strong, if all these muscles surrounding the knee are strong, you're going to have a lot of protection against any damage to ligaments, any damage to the meniscus, anything going on in the knee. A strong quad can mask. Um, for that injury or irritation. But if the quad muscle is weak, then you're going to start to rely a lot more on the tissues outside of muscle. And that's where you can start to experience pain or irritation, which is not good, which might be why you're in the situation you are now. The second key to healthy knees is range of motion. So think bending, extending, not only at the knee, but also at the hips and also at the ankle as well. If you're lacking motion in any of those joints, it can put excess pressure on the knee, again, leading to some pain, some irritation, some of what you might be experiencing now. So, if you are noticing any limitations in range of motion, maybe you're feeling stiff, any of those things might be the cause of your knee pain. And, improving motion, those areas might be all you need to start to see reduction in pain. And then finally, neuromuscular control. Basically, this is just how well you're able to control the position of your knee. Good or common example of neuromuscular control is if you're jumping, when you land, your knees cave in. Do they go outwards? Those aren't inherently bad if you end up in those positions. But it just goes to show, like, when you're walking and doing things like that, if you're not able to control the position of your knee, you might be at an increased risk of injury. So it's just very important that we have the strength, we have the range of motion, and also that we do have that neuromuscular control, the ability to control the position of your knee as you're doing maybe more strenuous activities or maybe just day-to-day activities. So those are three key components. If you're lacking in any of those areas, it's important to focus on them, important to do things we can to improve on them. And as we move throughout this challenge, we'll work a lot on different strengthening activities, um, as well as improving motion with mobility drills, things like that. We won't get quite as much into the neuromuscular control, but I do have videos going over exercises to improve your neuromuscular control as well. So exercises for today, you'll see them in the email as well. But for strength, we're going to be doing the straight leg raise. We're just lifting your leg up, holding for around 5 seconds and bringing the leg back down. I've got a more in-depth explanation in the video, but if you're watching this back, that's essentially what we're doing today. If you want to progress, if that's too easy, you can do a straight leg raise box. You're lifting your leg up, hold for a couple seconds, bring it out to the side, hold for a couple seconds, down, hold for a couple seconds, back in, hold for a couple seconds. And you can look that up on this page as well. And then for mobility, we're going to be doing heel slides today. So if you've got a towel, if you've got a belt, anything like that, all you're going to do is wrap the band around your leg, and then you're going to pull your knee close towards your hips and then back down, moving back and forth for about a minute. And then you can do 3 rounds. Again, if you want a little bit more in-depth explanation, you'll see the video in the email. And if you're watching this back, just look up heel slides on my page, and I've got tons of explanations. So that's all we have for day one. Just getting started in terms of understanding, what is important when it comes to having healthy knees. How do we maintain those healthy knees? And then if you're experiencing pain, it could be a result of deficits in any of those areas. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about the location of your knee pain. So is it more in the front? Is it above, below, to the sides? And what does all that mean for you? So do these exercises today, see how they feel. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next one, and we'll continue to work on improving the health of your knees.